So for those of you who used last night's game plan, you should have had a phenomenal green day. I made it very, very clear that the previous closing price was going to be the make or break level. Based off the pattern that I was seeing, it was likely to react bearish first, but I made it very, very clear to use confirmations. And if you are seeing bearish 30-minute candlestick confirmations at the previous closing price and it's reacting as a resistance level, you're going to want to be buying put options. Surely enough, there was many confirmations. If you look at the 30-minute chart, we had a red, green, red pattern, and the previous closing price was reacting as a resistance level for more than 2 hours straight, where there is a clear roof, a clear ceiling, a clear resistance at the previous closing price, and then it ended up dropping to that overall profit target at 590. Therefore, if you played the puts and you use the overall confirmations, red, green, red is a bearish pattern, along with the resistance for many hours at the previous closing price, you should have had a phenomenal green day. And if you chose to buy call options at the oversold levels for whatever reason, you're well aware the most you're going to risk is 25 to 50%. In terms of my own personal trading, I ended up going 1 for 1 on the day with a 100% success rate. I waited until the power hour trading session to trade, and I ended up buying SPY call options towards the exact lows, making a 100% profit return at the speed of light. If I were to hold just a little bit longer, I would have made a 300% return on those calls. In terms of G-Roar, he ended up going 12 for 15 on the day. In terms of all the trades combined collectively, you could have made potentially multiple 1,000% profit returns with all the trades combined. I'm going to be breaking down all of the massive wins that we ended up having today, but first things first, let's get straight into the new money-making game plan. So the stock market is setting up for a very predictable, lucrative trading opportunity heading into tomorrow, and I'm going to walk you through step by step on how we are planning to trade it. Let's get straight into the money-making information. So in terms of the SPY, this is what I want you to be aware of. There is a daily chart foundation that is setting up. And in terms of what the daily chart pattern is currently saying on the SPY, if we are gapping down, it's going to react bearish first and then bottom towards one of the key oversold levels that I'm going to share with you. If we are gapping up, it's going to react very bullish and likely be a strong bullish trend day. And I'll be sharing with you the higher levels where we're planning to buy call options if we're gapping up, right? So in terms of the patterns, just want to bring some awareness to this. You can see right here, we have a red, green, red with this big red bearish candlestick. And you can see we have a red, green, red with the same red bearish daily candlestick in a sense. And the next day, it ends up gapping down, having an overall bearish day, but there was a recovery later on throughout the day where it kind of closed in the middle, right? So like I said, if we're gapping down, the focus is going to be on puts first and then calls later at the key oversold levels. And I'm going to break down the levels. Now, in terms of the overall situation, again, with this similar pattern, we have a red, green, red, and this red bearish candlestick right here. Next day, if SPY gaps up, overall bullish trend day, right? So that's what I'm seeing in terms of the daily chart, foundation, comparing to this red, green, red, along with how this daily candlestick looks. And for me, is mainly going to be if we gap up or gap down heading into tomorrow based off of the daily chart foundation. So in terms of the levels that we're going to be using with that foundation, with the information that I'm giving you, this is going to be very simple. I'm telling you, if you use this information, you should have a phenomenal green day heading into tomorrow. This is a very simple, money-making, lucrative trading opportunity, right? And you guys are well aware, if you start off green on the day and you choose to keep trading, the most you risk is 25 to 50% of your profits. If you give back that amount of your profits, you have to force yourself to stop because we're not going to go green to red on the overall day. Worst case scenario, we give back some gains if we keep on trading. Now, in terms of the overall levels, this is what I want you to be aware of. So we ended up closing at 583.77. Right now, the SPY is attempting to have a gap up during the extended hours trading session. So if the SPY gaps up, the game plan is going to be to mainly buy call options only. So if SPY's gapping up, the first level for calls is going to be 583.77. Based off of the daily chart foundation, if we do gap up, it's very unlikely that we drop back down towards this oversold level. But if we do drop back down towards this level and there is bullish 30-minute candlestick confirmations, bullish 30-minute candlestick patterns, we're going to be buying call options at 583.77. if we are gapping up on the SPY, I am more than willing to buy call options at higher levels as long as the confirmations are there. So in terms of the higher levels, this is going to be considered the break and retest. The lower level, the previous closing price, if we're gapping up, is going to be the gap close reversal, right? That's where the gap is going to be waiting to fill below if we gap up, so it can potentially reverse the gap. Now, in terms of the higher levels, these are the higher levels that I have for you. These are going to be the break and retest levels that I have for you, right? So you can see right here, there's some resistance, about $1 above the gap towards this 584.80 level. So 584.80, 584.80. Right now it's trying to react as a floor. So 584.80 is going to be the first break and retest level. That's going to be the most oversold break and retest level heading into tomorrow. Now, in terms of the next level above that, it's going to be 585.80, 2 points above the previous closing price. So those are going to be the main oversold levels to use the break and retest strategy. So if the SPY drops back down to one of those levels, or if it has a strong break above one of those levels, drops back down, and we're seeing the bullish 30-minute candlestick confirmations, we're going to be buying call options at that overall level. Now, in terms of profit targets and in terms of next levels, 588 to 589 would be the next zone that we go to. 589 is going to be a make or break level. Once that reacts to support, then the SPY will finally have a massive move to the upside towards this 596 level. Now, this is going to be a key critical level where I'm interested in buying put options heading into later this week. So in terms of the 10-day, 30-minute chart pattern, this is something that I want to bring awareness to as well. Take a look at this pattern, man. You see how this, overall pre-market pattern right here looks very, very similar. So I'm gonna point this out here for you. I'm gonna show you exactly what I'm talking about. So if you just compare the extended hours patterns, you see how this looks identical. You see how this looks identical. And then we chop at the previous closing price. Then we chop at the previous closing price. It's like if you used last night's game plan with the curriculum that I teach you in terms of the history repeating itself with the 30-minute confirmations, all you had to do was look at the pre-market and say, oh, wow, this is looking identical to, February 27th. Oh, wow, this is looking identical right here to today, right? And then you just had to simply say, what was the game plan? If the previous closing price reacts as a resistance level, buy puts, write it down to 590. And if you just look, it was the same confirmation. All of this resistance at the previous closing price, this white line, all this resistance at the previous closing price with this same overall pattern. So you need to be able to capture trends, capture patterns, and confirm that this history is going to repeat itself so you can capitalize on this, man. I gave you the game plan, and the confirmation was simply comparing the 30-minute chart to February 27th. And another reason why I'm pointing this out right now is because the same pattern can continue to repeat itself, right? So previous closing price reacted bearish, started to sell off. Previous closing price reacted bearish, started to sell off. Very similar. Now, you need to pay attention to this overall pattern, because if you're seeing similarities where this is repeating itself heading into tomorrow, you're going to want to be playing in terms of February 28th to tomorrow. Compare February 28th heading into tomorrow. Heading into March 4th, make sure you're comparing February 28th, and this is what you're going to be looking for. All you're going to be looking for is the previous closing price to be reacting as support. And if you look at the overall trend, it could potentially drop a little bit under the previous closing price. But like I said, man, if we're opening up with a gap up, or if we're just really maintaining that previous closing price, or if we're just really maintaining this overall like 582 range with a flat open, it's going to be strongly bullish to consider calls, right? And just look for the patterns. Look for the 30-minute candlesticks. Look, green, red, green, starts to uptrend. Green, red, green, starts to uptrend. Green pin, starts to uptrend. Use the 10-day, 30-minute chart history, and you're going to start capturing these trends and patterns in history in real time. So if the market is aligning with this information and what I'm saying, and it's giving you the patterns towards the levels, use it, apply it, and don't nickel and dime the levels. If the confirmation's there, take the overall trade. So in terms of a potential situation that could play out, we can bottom out towards the previous closing price, and it could potentially drop 1 to 1.5 points under the previous closing price. And if you're just seeing throughout the entire day where we're just holding above the previous closing price, having these breaks, having these retests, forming bullish 30-minute candlestick patterns compared to overall 30-minute candlestick patterns that's going to form on tomorrow, March 4th, right? If you're seeing that, what can potentially happen is we can have a strong bullish move into the close. So I'm showing you a potential outcome that can happen where history repeats in a very similar cycle if we are holding slightly under the previous closing price. So if we're just holding above like 582.30, we'll call it 582.30. If we're holding 582, 582.30 throughout the whole fucking day, if all we're doing is holding above the level, you're seeing breaks above the fucking level, what I'm telling you is there's going to be a strong bullish fucking move throughout the day, and it's likely going to be towards the close. So just keep that in mind, use the patterns, use the levels, be laser fucking focused on calls towards dips, oversold levels if we are holding above 582.30, man. As long as we are maintaining 582.30 to 583.77, it's going to have a strong bullish move, and you're going to want to be buying calls on oversold levels, right? So if you are seeing bullish 30-minute candlestick confirmations at the previous closing price or slightly under the previous closing price towards 582.30, buy the fucking calls, right? And then in terms of later this week, puts, I want puts at 596. You can see right here in terms of this pattern, it topped out towards this support right here. So once we go back to this breakdown retest level, this support right here towards 595.80 to 596, that's where I want to buy my puts. I want to buy my puts towards this 595.80 to 596. I don't want puts at these overall levels. Now, in terms of the game plan for puts, it's really only if we're gapping down. Like I said, even on a flat open, it's more likely to be favored on the call options. And as long as we're just maintaining above 582.30, it's going to be fucking bullish. Now, if we are gapping down, if we are going under 582.30, it's going to trigger a move to 580. And then below that, it's going to trigger a move to 578. So if we're reacting overall bearish and we're going under 582.30 and that's breaking down, spiking back up, forming lower highs, reacting as a resistance, then we go to 580. In terms of the levels where I would want to buy calls in a situation, if we're reacting bearish tomorrow, I would be keeping my eyes on 579. 579, you have a lot of strong support here on the overall daily chart towards this 578.80, right? And you can keep an eye on 580 as well. In between that zone, if we're reacting bullish, keep an eye on calls. Another level that's very unlikely to hit is 575.80. But like I said, man, those would be the levels for oversold calls in those zones if we're reacting bullish. So wait for the levels to hit. Look for the patterns. Look for the confirmations throughout, the past 10, 20 days on the 30-minute chart. Look for similar cycles to be repeating itself and focus on that, man. It's just based off of this overall pattern that we're setting up, especially if we're gapping up or if we're just maintaining above 582, it's going to have a strong bullish fucking move. So be well equipped and keep your eyes focused on similar patterns in history to repeat itself compared to February 28th. For a break of trend and for the bears to take control, 582 needs to get taken out. 582 gets taken out, we go to 580. We go below 580, we go below 579, and it will likely bounce at 579, right? If we went under that, the next level we go to is 575, right? The only way we would really hit like an oversold level at like 575 is if it were a massive gap down. If it's not a massive gap down and we're going under 582, keep your eyes on calls towards that 578.80, and you can keep an eye on like 580, but it's not the best. The best level would be 578.80, right? It's just puts aren't going to be as attractive since we're at such oversold levels. Like I said, man, in terms of just buying puts, an auto buy level for puts, no matter really what, would be towards 595.80. I would love to be buying puts towards 595.80 based off that pattern, and just if we had an overreaction to the upside, it'd be a great level to try puts. So for a break of trend, we need to go under 582, and then if the break of trend occurs, we're going to start to drop to 580 to 579, and then that's a key zone to buy oversold calls. As long as we're maintaining above 582, super fucking bullish. There will be some drops as we're uptrending. Buy the oversold dips towards the levels I told you. Look for the confirmations. If we're holding above 582, strong bullish fucking close. Use this information. You are going to be printing money at the speed of light, non-fucking stop. Now, in terms of all the wins, let's get into all of the massive wins. You guys are well aware, Team Roar, we are the best zero-day options trading alert company you are ever going to find. We have the highest win rate in the game, and we also have the most amount of trades within the game. Like I said, man, in terms of today, we ended up going 13 for 16. 16 trades in a single day, 13 wins, And there was many wins where you could have made multiple 100% profit returns to over 1,000% gain all in one single day. In terms of my trades, like I said, I only made one trade in terms of my own personal trading that I alerted, and it was on calls. I did absolutely phenomenal on calls. And if you use my game plan on puts, you could have did phenomenal on puts as well. So let's get into this, man. In terms of the trades, let's get straight into it. So I'm going to show you the trades, man. These are the trades that G-Roar called out today. He's on a fucking tear, man. Absolutely fucking crushing it every single day. So you can see right here at 9:32 a.m., 600 SPY calls for 65 cents. So in terms of this overall trade, it had a small spike to 79 cents, but it happened within a minute. It was very hard in a sense to win off of that. It is possible, but overall it's considered an L. But you could have had a small win if you got in and out. But in terms of the next trade, let's get into this. At 10 a.m., second trade on the day, ended up buying 596 SPY calls for 67 cents a contract. So if you go to 596 calls at 10 a.m., you're going to see right here, this is where we ended up getting in on this overall trade. As you can see, it was a massive improvement from the trade before that. I tell you all the time, if we're sticking with the trend, the second trade is going to be a lot better. If the first one doesn't work out, we rarely ever have a losing streak. Of course, we're going to have some losses on the day, especially if we're making 16 fucking trades, but the wins will always outweigh the losses, and the win rate doesn't fucking matter because we're hitting 1,000% gains, but we still maintain the highest win rate in the game with 0-to-8 options trading contracts, right? And members are well aware, if you are green on the day, 2 small wins in a row, 1 big win is good enough to stop trading. If you keep on trading, you risk 25 to 50% of your gains. If you hit that and you get back those gains, you have to stop trading because we're not going green to red on the day when we're already up enough, right? So in terms of this trade, we ended up buying calls at the exact lows. We got in at the exact lows on this 1 minute candlestick right here. As you can see, the volume spike on this candle when we got in was one of the largest volume spikes on the overall day at 10 a.m. Like I explained to you, we have many, many members, and we have multimillionaires inside of Team Roar who are consistently making money trading 0-to-8 option contracts. We have some members who are making 5 figures a week. We have some members who are making 6 figures a month. This is where we got in. We got in right here. This is the exact bottom at 10 fucking a.m., right? So the trade went from 60 cents all the way to 130 cents in 45 minutes. You could have made a 100% profit return. That is the first win on the day. Now, let's get into the second trade. In terms of the second trade, you're going to see right here, we ended up buying 597 SPY calls for 55 cents a contract at 10:21 a.m., right? So if you go to 10:21 a.m. on 597 SPY calls, you're going to see this is where we ended up getting in. We ended up getting in right here towards the exact lows on this small bounce right here, and the contracts quickly went from 60 cents to 90 cents. Your profit stopped out right here, and they also ended up going even higher once they pulled back to our initial entry to 94 cents, right? So you could have made the same trade twice in that situation. You could have made a 50% profit return at the speed of light very, very quickly. Now, in terms of the next win, 598 SPY calls for 41 cents a contract at 10:42 a.m. So if you go to 598 SPY calls at 10:42 a.m., this is where we ended up getting in on the trade. We ended up getting in right here in the mid 40 cent range, right? And then 2 minutes later, so this is at 10:42 a.m., this is where we got in. 2 minutes later, the trade went from 40 cents all the way to 63 cents. That is over a 50% profit return. You guys are well aware when you are up 15% to set profit stops to ensure that you don't go green to red on the overall trade. And when you set your profit stop, you do not have to put in your entire position size into that profit stop. You can leave runners to run without a profit stop. So keep that in mind, right? So that is another win in a row. Now, if you go to 588 SPY puts right here, this is the next trade at 10:58 a.m., you're going to see this is where we ended up getting in the puts. So in terms of this overall trade, I'm going to walk you through this, right? So we got in right here at 10:58 a.m., right? Everything we're doing is learned in real time. This is where we got in. We got in right here, and the puts, as soon as we got in, went from 60 cents all the way to 20 cents. The puts dropped over 60%. Inside of Team Roar, we do not use stop losses, and we will rarely cut a loss. We put our entire position size as our max risk per trade. The The most we lose is our max risk per trade, which is our R multiple. If the contracts expire worthless and go to 0, the most we lose is what we put in, which is our R multiple. So there's no need for us to have a stop loss in that situation because the most we put in is our max risk per trade. Could be a couple percent of your account. And these are the cheapest, lowest risk contracts to be trading with the biggest percentage gains. It gives you a foundation where you don't need to have a high win rate to be successful, and you don't need to have a stop loss because they're so cheap and low risk. You can have your entire position size as your max risk per trade and still make good gains, not only percentage wise but dollar wise, because these trades give you the biggest percentage gains. So in terms of this overall trade, it went from 60 all the way down to 23 cents. This is what we would call a dead play. When we have a dead play, which is a trade that drops 50%, it can come back to life because we focus on trading the trend. When you trade 0-date options and you trade and you hold with the trend, you do not have to time the trade appropriately as long as your contracts can potentially go in the money. So we're going far out of the money, but we're going close enough to where they can still go in the money even if the trade becomes dead and the SPY has a big move against us, but we have the entire day for the trade to go green and get profit stopped out. We have the entire day for the trade to go deep in the money to make the biggest percentage gains on those overall runners, right? So I think we can all agree if we enter a trade at 60, if we enter a trade, right? Would you enter this trade at 57 cents? We're in at 57 cents. It drops to 17 cents, but it ends up closing at 336 a contract, and it went all the way to 800 cents a contract. So from our entry, 50 to fucking 800, you could have fucking made over 1,400% profit return on that overall trade. Now you had to hold the trade, right? And you're able to hold it because there's no stop loss and your entire position size is your max risk per trade, and you have the entire day for the trade to go green. And when the trade goes green, you set the profit stop and you leave runners, you hold the runners, you sell deep in the money. And another way we increase the winning is by adding to our winners quickly, and setting that profit stop protects our new average cost, right? These are all things to keep in mind, man. So it just goes to show you the power of trading far out of the money 0-date option contracts and never setting a stop loss. But you got to make sure that what you're putting into the contracts is the most you're willing to risk, which is your max risk per trade. We explained this in last night's lesson. You know, in terms of last night's lesson, for those of you who watch, I explained to you the importance of the foundation of trading and how far out of the money 0-day options is the best because you can risk $30 to make $400 on one SPX contract, right? You can do that within the span of 10 minutes trading SPX every single day on Power Hour from 3:30 to fucking 4 p.m. And in terms of SPY, you trade SPY later, you know, throughout the day when the contracts are cheap like this, 17 cents all the way to 788, right? So that overall trade was another phenomenal win. I don't know about you, but I would pay 57 cents if it's going to go to 800. I would pay 57 cents even if the trade drops to a fucking penny if it's going to 800. I get it. That's not the best entry and it's not timed properly, but risking 57 to make 800? I'll fucking do it. Sign me the fuck up. If it drops to 1 cent, I don't give a fuck. I don't have a stop loss. Put yourself in situations where you trade the trend and you have the right strike price, very cheap, very low risk. You have the biggest percentage gains. I get it. It's a massive difference between getting in at 60 versus 17 percentage-wise. It's a massive fucking difference. But the overall point of view, you know, you don't have to time the trade perfectly. You trade the fucking trend. 60 to fucking 800 is amazing fucking results. Obviously 20 to fucking 600 is 3 times fucking better results. Triple the fucking gains. I get it. But not every single trade is going to be able to be timed perfectly. But at the end of the day, if you focus on trading the trend and removing the stop loss, you're going to get crazy fucking results. The point is, it's a solid fucking entry, man. You could think of this big drop as just fucking consolidation. This move right here is consolidation compared to this massive fucking trend kicking in when we go up to fucking 800 a contract. So that was another phenomenal win. Now, 588 SPY puts worked out absolutely fucking phenomenal, man. And we had 596 SPY calls as well. So 596 SPY calls at 12:07 p.m., right? So if you go to 12:07 p.m. as we're in the puts, you can see right here, also in fucking calls. You can hedge, you can scalp, you can create unique systems as your trades are dropping against you. Take a look at this. So 590, right? So if we go to 590, I'm going to walk you through this. 596. So if we go to 596, you're going to see right here, 596 SPY calls for 57 cents a contract, right? So if we go to 596 SPY calls in terms of this overall trade, this is where we ended up getting in. So we got in the calls right here in this 56 cent range, and they quickly went to 70 cents. 56 to 70 is much greater than 15%. You get profit stopped out for overall profits. That is a win. Now, in terms of the next overall trade, 590 SPY puts at 12:54 p.m. So what did I tell you, man? When we are in a dead play, you can make a scalp out of a dead play against the overall trend. And then you can also, in terms of a dead play, you're well aware the puts were dead at this time. You can buy another strike on puts, hold both, follow the trend. So instead of adding to that loser, instead of adding to this loser right here, we don't like adding to losers. We rarely do it. If it makes sense, we'll do it, right? Depends on the overall timing and the strike price. But instead of adding to 588 puts, what we did was you hold the fucking puts and you buy a second strike. The second strike tends to be timed a lot better. Remember in the morning on the calls, the first trade didn't work out on the calls. The second trade on the SPY calls worked out. Phenomenal, man. Now in terms of this, both of the strikes worked out, but the second strike is going to work a lot better. So we had 590 SPY puts at 66 cents a contract, right? Different strike, 590 puts, nearly the same price as the original contract at 12:54 p.m. So if you go to 590 puts, you could see this trade was a smooth ride up. We literally got in on the second time on puts right here at 68 cents a contract as it was having this small move up. And it quickly went all the way to 300 cents a contract, from 60 to 300. In that particular situation, you could have made a 500% return without being profit stopped out. This pullback right here really wasn't big enough to be profit stopped out. If you're moving your profit stops up higher, you could have potentially have been stopped out right here in the 150s. But overall, man, you could have held and been profit stopped out in the mid 200s, for a 500% profit return, plus the strike before this on puts printed, plus the strike before that on calls printed as well. So these overall puts went from 60 cents all the way to 1,000 a contract. Who do you know is having this many wins in a row, putting you in the trades that are the cheapest, lowest risk with the highest upside potential? When we're in a dead play, we don't add to the dead play. We buy a second strike at a much cheaper, better price. And the second strike is going to have much bigger gains than that first strike. But that first strike, even though it was the best entry and not timed the best, since we're trading the trend, it's going to work out fucking phenomenal when we're right about the trend, which is the highest win rate in the game. Like I said, we have the highest win rate in terms of trading far out of the money 0-day option contracts. In terms of our green to red ratio, we are green on our green days. Every 10 trading days, we are green 9+ out of 10 fucking times. Every 10 trading days, man. Every 2 business weeks, right? So as you can see, the second strike was fucking phenomenal. This went from 60 cents to 1,000 a contract. Let's be real, man. Who the fuck do you know is showing you this? What other channel, what other group, what other person, who do you know is doing this? This consistent every single fucking day, showing the fuck up, giving the best fucking trades every single day, man. You want to trade? Well, who's got the best fucking trades? We got the best fucking trades. You trade with us, you gain a lot of experience, you grow, you learn, man. Look at the fucking results, man. I'm telling you, man. We have some members that are leveling up like fucking crazy, man. Like some of the results that we see in here is fucking insane, man. Look at this. The month just started. Already up $3,000 on the month. That's fucking insane, man. Already $3,000 on the fucking month. $2,500 on the day. DF has been one of our most consistent and loyal members, man. Big shout out to him. Absolutely love the results he's getting. Had a member right here, $8,000 on the day. I'm telling you, man, it's every single fucking day. Unlimited fucking winning, unlimited fucking printing. Look at this. 591 puts, 220% profit return, man. So if you're serious about making money, it's the first link down below in the description, man. Look at this. Straight fucking arrow up. Unlimited fucking printing, unlimited fucking winning. Now, those 2 trades on puts, you could have made over 1,000% profit returns. We are just getting started. Do you guys understand this is only fucking Monday? This is only fucking Monday. This amount of massive fucking winning on fucking Monday, man. Like, look at all the fucking trades. Who do you know is winning this fucking much? So, in terms of the next trade, we ended up buying 588 SPY puts again. So this was alerted again at 57 cents a contract, right? So if you go to 1:05 p.m., you're going to see right here, 588 SPY puts. And this is where we ended up getting in on the overall second trade alert, right? So the second trade alert was timed much better. You're going to see, man, I talk about this all the time. As a day goes on, the trading should become better. As the trading day progresses, you should have more experience with the overall price action. There's more development on the chart, which is why, again, I like to trade later into the day. I find in terms of creating an edge and an unfair advantage in terms of accuracy, it's best to wait later instead of just getting in on the day right away. You know, in terms of getting on the day right away, if there's a great setup and a very strategic plan behind that with the right confirmation, then by all means go for it. But in terms of like being the most accurate, man, just waiting for people to get trapped, waiting for groups to get trapped, you know, waiting for bull and bear traps, waiting for overall price action to move, waiting for the best confirmations. And in terms of best confirmations, it comes with time and it comes with levels, right? Having many 30-minute candlestick confirmations in a row at a certain specific level, I'm telling you, if you just wait to trade, especially during power hour, it's just so much easier if the right setup and pattern is there, man. But, you know, if you are trading throughout all times of day, you should, in a sense, become better throughout the day because you're already trading, you're gaining more experience, and you're gaining more, you know, conscientiousness and more awareness within the overall market. But in terms of 588 puts, they were alerted again. So this is 3 fucking trades on puts. You could have made over a 1,000% return on the day, man. Like, who the fuck do you know is doing this? This much winning, this much fucking consistency. So, in terms of 588 puts, they were alerted twice. 1:05 p.m. This is where we got in terms of you go to 1:05 p.m. So I'm gonna show you right here. This is where we got in 1:05 p.m. right? So there were 3 strikes on puts. You know, I showed you the one before this. So we got in these right here, and then they went up all the way to 1,000, and then again alerted twice, went up all the way to nearly 1,000 a contract, right? As you can see, the second and third trade on puts in terms of those 3 overall moves. The ones that were alerted last were the best, but this was timed fucking perfectly. This went from 60 all the way to fucking 800. That strike was alerted twice, and then we had the 590 puts as well. So, who do you know is alerting this many fucking massive fucking wins in a fucking row, man? These are the option quote prices moving in real fucking time. You know, 588 and 590 puts being recapped in full fucking time in terms of, you know, where we're exiting the trade and stuff like that, man. It's all alerted in real time, man. And like I said, you leave runners, you hold the runners, you settle runners deep in the money. You don't have to sell your entire position when to be sold or when your profit stopped out. You know, you don't have to attach your profit stop to your entire position size. So, in terms of the next fucking win, man, as if all these massive fucking wins on puts wasn't enough, we have 1:28 p.m. You can see right here, 585 SPY puts for 59 cents a contract. Like I said, man, there's nobody doing this. There's nobody who's showing you this. There's nobody who's doing this. If you're wondering in terms of like what consistency looks like, in terms of what multimillionaire traders look like, in terms of what royalty looks like, you're looking at it. This is royalty, right? So 585 SPY puts for 59 cents a contract, right? In terms of this overall trade, if you go to 585 SPY puts at 1:28 p.m., you're going to see right here, this is where we ended up getting on the overall puts. So in terms of this trade right here, we got in the puts right here. This is, as you can see, 1:28 p.m. This is where we got in. So what did I tell you about the fucking trend? You trade the fucking trend, you hold the fucking contracts, no fucking stop loss, right? So we got in right here, and the trade dropped all the way down to, let's see, 10 cents. And then it went to fucking 500. So if you don't use a fucking stop loss, you trade the fucking trend, and you set a fucking profit stop, and you get stopped out for fucking profit. It's just unlimited fucking winning. It's like the highest fucking win rate in the game. It's like, dude, we're fucking winning on trades that are going down 80, 90%. How the fuck is that possible? Because we're trading the fucking trend. Oh shit. We're able to win by trading the trend, and we're able to stomach these 80 to 90% fucking drawdowns because we have a system where there's no fucking stop loss, and if we're down big on a fucking play percentage-wise, we could buy a second fucking strike and laugh our fucking asses off at the first fucking strike because one of them is going to go up 1,000% plus. It's like, dude, I'm trying to put you onto the game. I'm trying to detach you from the stop loss. Most traders are set up to fucking lose. They have a stop loss because they win small. and they size in big to make up for the small win. And they don't know how to fucking trade because they don't hold their fucking trades. They scalp for a fucking peanut, size in fucking huge, set up fucking stop loss, take a fucking small win. The point is they don't know what the fuck they're doing. If they did know what the fuck they were doing, they would do that during 3:30 to 4 p.m. on SP where you can make 1,000% gains in less than 10 fucking minutes. If you know someone who's good at fucking scalping, you better make sure that they could trade SP far the money option contracts from 3:30 to 4 p.m. If you want to be able to tell someone who doesn't hold their trades, they don't hold their trades for long periods of time, they don't win fucking big percentage-wise, if you want to see if they're good at fucking scalping, well, have them trade fucking SPX, far the money option contracts, from 3:30 to 4 p.m. and see if they can make multiple 100% profit returns within the span of minutes. That's what I have to say to scalpers. People think they're so fucking hot shot at getting in and out. Well, if you're so fucking good at that, why don't you buy far out of the money SPX contracts during power hour, risk $30 to make fucking $400? Why don't you do that if you're so fucking good at scalping? Like I said, man, there's a lot of fucking illusions within the market. There's a lot of people who aren't as good as they portray it is that they are. But in terms of our trades, like I said, these are the best fucking trades you will ever find in the fucking market, man. You will not find better trades in the fucking stock market than this. Team Roar is a secured private organization that is backed by many multimillionaires. There's multimillionaires within the chat that just observe the program, take advantage of the overall trades, apply it to their own fucking systems, and they don't even talk in the fucking community because they don't want to talk or chat and be a part of the community. They just want to make fucking money and use the system to their overall advantage, man. It's unlimited fucking winning. It's unlimited fucking printing. These go from 60 to fucking 10 to fucking 500. I don't know about you, but I'm paying fucking 60 cents despite it going to 10 cents if it goes to fucking 500, right? That's me personally. Like the fuck? What would you want? Would you want to be on calls here? Would you want to be on calls here and make a small fucking win within your favor? Or would you want to be on fucking puts here and make the massive fucking win? If you can't afford to risk 60 fucking dollars, don't fucking trade. Trading's not for you if you can't afford to risk money. You have to risk money to make money. So put yourself in something that's cheap, low risk with the biggest upside potential. So I just showed you 4 fucking trades on puts where you could have made over a 1,000% return, and it's fucking Monday. So let's be real, man. $20,000 to your fucking trading account. Who the fuck do you know is doing this and showing you this? This amount of wins, trading the fucking trend with the biggest upside potential. Who? Who the fuck do you know is fucking doing this? This amount of wins, biggest percentage gains, strategic fucking systems, profit stops, no fucking stop losses. Do you understand? It's the fucking chosen ones. This is fucking royalty, man. Now, if we get into the next fucking win, you're gonna fucking see. Very, very simple. 586.5 puts. You guys are well aware that we have to be the absolute fucking best because the bar is up fucking here and we're the fucking bar, so one strike isn't fucking good enough. We need every fucking win and we need every fucking strike. I want more. 1,000% win, fuck that. Give me fucking 10 1,000% wins. If there is 10 1,000% wins in a fucking row, I want every single fucking one. This is what it takes, man. You want to see what the fucking best looks like? I'm fucking showing you. This is what the fucking best looks like. You fuck with us, you fucking with the best. Now, in terms of 586 buy puts, you go to 2:20 fucking p.m., we're going to see right here. 586 puts. This is where we fucking got in. What did I tell you? The more we keep trading, the new strikes. Oh, we're trading the trend? We're on fucking puts. The puts are down 90%. Okay, let's hold the fucking puts. We'll make fucking a couple 100% on those. Let's buy another fucking strike. We'll make 1,000% on those time a lot better. This trade, much better entry. Lower entry, 40 fucking cent, mid 40 cents. This one dropped to fucking 20 cents. Oh shit, it went to fucking 600. Man, imagine trading with a stop loss. Oh my gosh, man, if we had fucking stop losses on, we would never be able to make these fucking 1,000% gains if a trade drops 50% plus against us. How the fuck are we gonna make these fucking gains if we're stopped out? Cheap, low risk, no fucking stop loss, set the profit stops, leave runners. You do not have to put your entire position size as your profit stop, right? You could put in like 60 to 70%. In terms of runners, a good number would be 25 to 20% in terms of runners, right? And in terms of profit stops, if the trade just keeps on fucking going up and you just move your profit stop up a little, that's where your biggest wins are going to be with profit stops. Obviously, if you're moving your profit stop up and then there's a massive pullback, then the win's not going to be as big. So in terms of profit stops, it works best on something like this where it's just a gradual uptrend. It's not going to look like that all the fucking time. But when it does, you can literally make 1,000% by just doing fucking nothing. All you're fucking doing is moving your profit stop up a little bit, right? But we're more advanced and strategic. We know in terms of levels to be selling into the moves and when to be leaving runners. But it just goes to show you, man, this is fucking Monday. I just showed you 5 trades, 5 different strikes, 5 different entries. You could have made over a 1,000% return. Who the fuck do you know is giving you this fucking opportunity to print like this at the speed of fucking light? Nobody. It doesn't fucking exist, man. Do you understand? Something like this does not fucking exist. It's not fucking out there. We are the fucking ones, man. Who the fuck do you watch? Who the fuck do you know is showing you this? Fucking nobody, man. I'm trying to wake you all up and push you into the fucking light so you can start printing at the speed of fucking light. All right. Now, in terms of the next fucking win, let's get straight into it, man. At the end of the day, we're putting you in the trades that give you the biggest upside potential, and we're creating systems where you're going to learn how to trade and creating systems that are strategic to make you fucking money, man. You trade alongside us, you're going to fucking print non-fucking stop, man. So, in terms of the next trade, we had calls. The calls didn't work. If you can't afford to risk 58 cents after 5 trades that went up 1,000%, then don't fucking trade, right? The calls didn't fucking work. So, in terms of the next fucking trade, man, oh my fucking gosh, here we go again. It's just, man, to be the fucking best. People are like, man, what does the best look like? I'm trying to show you, man. I am trying my best to show you what the fucking best looks like, man. The fucking standards, the fucking bar is up fucking here, man. A lot of people, they're just fucking around, trading fucking blindly. They're in some shitty fucking group. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. This is what the best looks like, man. Comparison, it's the thief of fucking joy. Because when people compare our fucking trades to theirs, they're like, dude, oh shit. These guys are fucking 1,000 times better. We are the fucking standards. We are the fucking bar, man. This is what the fucking best looks like. Do you understand? You found the hidden fucking gem on fucking YouTube. Nobody is fucking printing like us, man. So, next fucking trade. Calls before that didn't work out. No fucking problem. 584 puts for 55 cents a contract at 3 fucking p.m. So, if you go to 584 puts at 3 fucking p.m., you're going to see right here, man. This is where we got in on the trade. Look at how we get better, man. We had a loss before that, and then before that, we had 5 trades that went up 1,000%. Look at this trade. Fucking puts. This is why the win rate doesn't fucking matter. These fucking puts go from fucking 70 to fucking 400 at the speed of fucking light, man. Come on, let's be fucking real, man. Who's winning this fucking much, man? Oh, we have an L? All right, cool. Let's run up a 200% win. What L? We just made 200%. What L? We just made 1,000%. What fucking L? What fucking L? Win rate doesn't fucking matter. What's a fucking win rate, dude? We're making the biggest percentage gains in the market. You think we give a fuck about a win rate? We're trying our best to have the highest win rate, but we're also trying our best to have the biggest percentage gains and to make an amount of trades that give us that opportunity, man, to apply ourselves to the best fucking trading systems, man. So, to the best trading system, to create the best trading system, man. So 584 fucking puts, timed fucking perfectly, straight fucking line from fucking 70 to fucking 400, man. Now, if we go to the next fucking trade, 581 SPY puts. I told you, man, we need every fucking win and every fucking strike. Team Roar is about winning non-fucking stop, man. Do you understand what all those fucking wins, all these fucking gains? We have people running up on one single day with all the percentage gains combined. They can run up a couple fucking thousand to tens of thousands of fucking dollars in a single fucking day with all these fucking wins and all these fucking trades, man. The fuck? So, in terms of the next fucking trade, 581 SPY puts, because again, we just need more wins. We need more wins. We need more fucking strikes. We just need to show people that we're the fucking best. If people are saying that they're the fucking best, well, why aren't you doing this? This many strikes, this many fucking wins, this many fucking gains. It's like, dude, you can come in here with a couple $1,000s and run up 5 fucking figures in a single fucking week on days like this. On a day like fucking today, you could have flipped a couple $100s into fucking thousands. You could have flipped a couple thousands into tens of fucking thousands, man. There's people in here who are fucking doing it, man. I told you, G-War's on a fucking tear, man. So, in terms of 581 SPY puts at 3:09 p.m., you're going to see right here, man, 581 SPY puts. Right fucking here, this is where we ended up getting in. As you can see, these went from fucking 40 all the way to fucking 150, another fucking 200% plus gainer. Now, if we go to the next fucking trade, as you can see right here, SP fucking X. So in terms of SPX contracts, they were very expensive today. I decided to just go with SPY. So before we get into the SPX win, I'm going to go over my trade. So in terms of the one trade that I ended up alerting today, this is my personal trade. It was before the SPX calls that GWAR ended up alerting. So I ended up buying SPY calls at 3:38 p.m., 582 SPY calls at 75 cents a contract. So you guys are well aware if the market reacted bearish, I told you to buy puts at previous closing price, and then look for calls at the oversold levels. So I decided to wait. I decided to wait until the very end to buy my fucking calls, and it worked for me. You know, and you have to understand, in terms of trading, it's not just following a game plan. You have to have experience on the overall day and observe the markets, man. It's not just as simple as having an overall game plan at times. In terms of game plans, they need to be very strategic with a lot of confirmations, man. But like I said, I traded calls today, and it worked out phenomenal for me. And I'm sure there's people who tried to trade calls at my levels yesterday, and they probably lost some money. But if they traded the fucking puts, they shouldn't have went green to red on the overall day. And the puts was the first game plan, right? So there's no reason to be red. But in terms of me and my experience trading, this is where I bought the fucking calls. 3:38 p.m., I ended up buying 582 SPY fucking calls. So if you go to 582 SPY fucking calls, this is where I ended up buying the fucking calls right fucking here. So as you can see right here, if you go to 3:38 p.m., this is where I got in on the overall calls, right? And then they ended up dropping quickly to 40 cents. So I got in on those calls at 75 cents. I ended up adding into a loser, which is something that we normally don't do, but in this situation, it made sense because it was indicating that the SPY was going to close deep in the money, and I just wanted to stick with this overall strike. This is what I was comfortable with doing. So I just added to the overall loser. I added at 52 cents a contract, and that brought my average cost down to about 65 cents a contract. And I ended up selling for a 100% profit return at 3:49 p.m. at 109 cents a contract, right? So I ended up adding 3:43 p.m. This is where I added literally at the exact low, and this is where I sold at 109 a contract, right? So this fucking move, this little consolidation right here from 30 to fucking 110, right? Fucking 300% plus profit return you could have fucking made on that small fucking move within the span of minutes. This is the beauty of options, man. This fucking chart is a 300% plus return, and you're risking 35 to make 110 within minutes, right? And then in terms of the wins after that, like I said, we just keep on fucking going. It's just unlimited fucking wins, just unlimited print. Like, do you understand? This is Team Roar. All we do is fucking win. It's just unlimited fucking winning. It's like, for those of you who traded today, there's no fucking way you should be able to go red on the overall week. With this amount of trades, with this amount of opportunities where you could have potentially made 1,000% returns on all those fucking puts, there's no way in fucking hell anyone should flip to fucking red on the week. Preserve your fucking capital, cash out at the end of the week. Do not risk all your fucking gains from today. Now, if you go to 3:55 p.m., we ended up buying 5845 SPX calls for 145 cents a contract. So if you go to 3:55 p.m., this is where we ended up buying the fucking calls, right? So we ended up buying these calls right fucking here. As you can see, if you go to 3:45 p.m., this is where we got in. Literally a minute before the fucking low. And the low of this 1 minute candle is from 100 to 300. We ended up getting in towards the lows. And it went from that to 350. That is another fucking win at the speed of fucking light where it went to 350. It's crazy. This consolidation is 100 to 350. This little chart right here, man, it's fucking insane what you can do with SPX, man. This move is a 250% profit return. These 4 minute candles right here is a 250% profit return. Now, those were the overall trades, man. And then we had one more final trade in SPX calls. That did not work out. Again, doesn't matter because we had so many fucking wins before that. And we say it how many fucking times? 2 small wins in a row, 1 big win or 1 big win. You risk 25 to 50% of your gains. If you choose to keep on trading, you don't have to keep on trading because with 2 small wins in a row or 1 big win, you should be green enough to fucking call it. There is many traders in here who create their own risk management systems, who have their own styles of trading on how they want to use our system. There's people in here, they have small accounts. They want to take advantage on days like these. They'll run up fucking $500 to fucking $5,000 plus. And then if they're wrong on the day, they'll lose like $300 in the overall trade. And their accounts are much greater than 500. It's what they trade and put in, right? There's many different systems you can create with options. Far out of the money options give you unlimited fucking options. So this is what we do. We do this every single fucking day. We're the best at our fucking craft. You're not going to find another organization, another group out there who is printing like us at the speed of fucking light, taking advantage of every strike, of every fucking opportunity, putting you in the trades that are the cheapest low risk with the biggest upside potential. This is the most strategic options trade alert system that you will ever find within the market. There is nothing else out there like this. What we do is we buy cheap, far out of money option contracts, and they're 0 dates, very, very low risk. And we make sure that the trades we enter are typically with the trend, and we make sure that they have the biggest upside potential with the cheapest, lowest amount of risk. You can put in your entire position size as your max risk per trade, your R multiple. You do not need to have a stop loss set. You have the entire, you can hold the trade. You have the entire day, in terms of you have the entire day for that trade to go green. If it goes green, you're up 15%. You set a profit stop, you get stopped out for profit. You can leave runners, you can hold runners to sell deep in the money for bigger fucking gains. And if the trade doesn't work out, then it never went up fucking 10, 15% and never went up above your profit stop, right? And if it doesn't work out, then it's an overall loss. And like I said, man, we make the biggest percentage gains. We leave runners, we sell deep in the money, and there's many, many trades. There's some days there's going to be a couple trades. There's other days like today, there's going to be 16 fucking trades. 13 for fucking 16. Who the fuck do you know is 13 for fucking 16 with many trades that went up 1,000%, trading the trend, going with multiple strikes on that side of the fucking trend? If people knew how to fucking trade, they'd be doing this. If people knew how to fucking scalp and they didn't know how to fucking hold for big fucking wins, then why the fuck aren't they doing this? Why aren't they trading SP fucking X and running up multiple 100% profit returns from 3:30 to 4 p.m. within the span of fucking minutes? Why don't they do that? This isn't easy to fucking master. This is the hardest trading style and asset class to master. But when you apply that to a system and you realize, wait a second, I don't have to time the trades perfectly. Wait a second, I don't need a high win rate to be successful. If you apply systematic approaches to your trading, you can get extremely good at it, right? Far out of the money option contracts give you very strategic systems to place within your overall trading. They allow you to start with small accounts. They allow you to eliminate the stop loss. Eliminating the stop loss gives you the opportunity to have a trade that is down 90% to come back to life and go up 1,000%. That's the beauty of trading the trend in a market with big fucking moves, man. And even if that trade were not to work out, we have multiple fucking strikes, man. If this one didn't work out, we have another fucking strike. The strikes will always outweigh the losses. Even if the entry isn't the best, even if it's not timed fucking perfectly, the next fucking trade will be a much better entry, much better timing, and much bigger fucking gains. Both of the trades will print if we're right about the right side of the trend. Because in terms of our overall profit targets and the strike prices that we select, they're extremely cheap and extremely low risk, and they have the biggest upside potential, but we always make sure that they can potentially go in the money. By measuring the overall move on the overall market, they can potentially go in the money as well. Not that we need them to. If we time the trades right, they can go up multiple 100%, sometimes even 1,000% before they go in the fucking money, right? But we always make sure that we're going far out of the money, cheap, low risk, and we tend to make sure that the trade can go in the money. Just got to hold the fucking trades, right? Set the profit stops, leave the fucking runners. No stop losses, and set profit stops, move the profit stops up higher, and make sure that you add to winners as well. When we're up a little bit, we tend to be up a lot by holding the trade for longer periods of time. So instead of selling quick, what we do is we add to the win to increase the winning, and then we set the profit stop to protect the new average cost. Adding to that win increases the gains like fucking crazy, and setting the profit stop protects the overall gains. And when we're down on a trade, instead of adding to a loser, we focus on buying a second strike at a much cheaper, lower price that's lower risk, right? So I'm telling you, you can create many systems out of what it is that we're doing. It gives you the most options in the market. Far out of the money option contracts gives you unlimited fucking options. For those of you who trade with real money, this is the best trading asset class to be focusing on. You don't need stop losses. It's cheap and low risk. It has the biggest percentage gains out there. And believe it or not, there is multi-millionaire traders out there who are extremely successful doing this. And they have the highest win rates in the game. And they do this every single fucking day. It's out there. I mean, if you could find another one, you let me know. But I'm showing you, this is happening every single fucking day. This is normal. This is normal. This is a normal fucking day. 5 fucking trades that go up 1,000%. This is Team Roar. Oh shit, that's normal. Yeah, this is Team Roar. Those gains are fucking normal. It starts to become very normal once you get used to it. But man, when you first fucking start, oh my goodness, man, the highs and fucking lows when you first start trading far out of the money option contracts and getting your groove and it works for you. But I'm telling you, man, once you get results and stuff like that, you get more used to it. But it's just, it never fades, man. It always fucking hits. It's fucking amazing in terms of what you can do within this market with far out of the money option contracts. We do have some traders in our group. They trade with prop firms, and they do very well. So when we buy calls, they could go long on ES, on NASDAQ. We do have some people who do that. You just have to understand when you're trading with a prop firm, right? There's a stop loss, so you're not going to be able to take advantage of our full system to advance. But like I said, people make systems and people make trading styles out of our fucking trades and out of our fucking styles. If they don't want to trade with fucking real money, they can trade with fucking prop firms. You just need to understand that, prop firms aren't going to give you that opportunity, in a sense, to have those fucking dead plays. Far other money options give you the most options, right? But then again, prop firms give you other advantages, right? If you want to trust them and go down that route. But anyways, man, you just need to understand with what it is that we're doing, you can create any fucking thing out of this, man. And you could use this to your advantage to become a better trader and to apply it to your trading. You can use our trades as a confirmation on your own fucking trades. You can use our trades to learn how to trade alongside us, right? I teach you the curriculum, and you're going to see on my fucking trades, if you listen to what I'm saying in the videos and you have your third eye open and you see what it is that I'm showing you, when I trade in real time, you're going to start to see, oh, I understand why he's in that trade. It's going to start to click. There's people who come in here, they learn how to gain their flow, how to build their own trading style and apply it with ours. I'm telling you, having access to a trading alert system, especially one that works and that's strategic, is extremely advantageous to a trader. It gives them the ability to learn and grow and to create something and apply to their own trading style. I'm telling you, even fusing with traders, like in terms of the only trader that I've really fused with in a sense, G-Roar, he's like the only one that I've ever really, in a sense, like fused with. And if you fuse with the right person in your life, it can really help level up what you're pursuing. So if you fuse with the right trader and you start to see what they're seeing, there's some sort of connection in a sense, you can learn and grow a lot from that and have that to your advantage, right? By fusing with the right person. So that's another thing, man. By learning and by trading alongside someone, it's extremely advantageous if it's the right person or right group for you, but you're never going to know until you apply yourself. So if you do want to apply yourself and if you're serious about making money, it's the first link down below within the description. Like I said, man, at the end of the fucking day, let's be real. There's nobody. There's no other group. Just accept it. Just accept it. There's no other group. There's nobody else out there that is doing what we're doing. There's nobody. There's no fucking comparison. There's nobody out there that's fucking doing this, man. Maybe someone out there, they alert one trade, goes up 1,000%. It's like, dude, we have every fucking trade. We have every fucking win. We have every fucking strike. We have the most fucking wins. We have the highest fucking win rate. We have the biggest percentage gains. We have a strategic system where it's not just buy and sell fucking alerts. No fucking stop loss. Set the fucking profit stops. Add to fucking winners. We have it all. You understand? This is royalty. This group is magic. This group is spiritual. This group is game changing. This group is fucking life changing. There is nothing out there on this fucking group like the fucking planet. This group is so out of this fucking world, you're going to see for yourself, man. You're going to be like, wow, finally something that's real, that works, something that's different, something where I can learn and gain from. Like, I'm telling you, man, our format is not going to work out for everyone. There's been hundreds of traders who've been with us for over 2 years inside of Team Roar, and it works, and people gain a lot of experience from it. You're going to learn and grow alongside with us, and if it doesn't work, you can always cancel the subscription. But in terms of the statistics, man, 90% of the people who join our group, they stay. Only 10% a month leave because they see the potential, it works, they make money, and in terms of trading, it takes a long time, man. For some people, it could take a long time. There's a lot of ups, there's a lot of fucking downs, especially when you're joining a new fucking group. I mean, you need to understand, you join our fucking group, there's a lot of rewiring. There's no fucking stop losses, they're setting profit stops. I mean, who tells you that, man? We don't use stop losses, but we do set profit stops. I can assure you, basically everybody out there who sets a stop loss, very, very rare that they use a profit stop. Very rare. Because I'll tell you, most people who set a stop loss do not hold their trades. They get in and out quickly. So if you're in and out that quickly, you really don't need a profit stop because they would just sell by the time they get profit stopped out. But with us, it's different. We hold our trades, and on those trades, that just goes straight the fuck up. We don't get profit stopped out until there's a big pullback, but we move our profit stop as well, so it gives us the bulk of the overall move. In situations like that, we're able to win very, very big, and we do leave runners as well that are detached from the profit stop where we just hold and sell deep in the money, right? We do the complete opposite of what everyone else you know of is doing. And it's not just a buy and sell alert system. This is a strategic system where you can learn and grow from and consistently make money and apply your own trading skill set too, man. I'm telling you, you can make a lot. There's people in here. There's some people in here, they wait for a dead play. They drop like 70%. And then they just wait to buy the second strike that's out. There's some people that do that. I mean, if you have like a cushion, a very small amount of money to trade with, then you got to be more strategic with the trades that you make and create your own systems out of this. But in terms of the people who actually have money, they just take every fucking trade. They're like, dude, I'm going to take every fucking trade in here. And then there's some people in here, they size bigger. When it plays down 50%, on the next one, they size in a little bit bigger. There's a lot of things you can create out of this system. So if you think for yourself and apply the information, I'm telling you, with your own experience, you can learn and grow a lot from this, man. So it's the first link down below in the description if you want to trade in alongside us. At the end of the day, you have to understand there is multi-millionaire traders out there who have over a decade of experience. If you want to see what that experience looks like and trade alongside them, it's the first link down below within the description, man. These are the option quote prices moving in real time. This is the real-time alert with the strike price and the entry and the timestamp, right? And we explain where to set the profit stops, where we're selling at times right. You can make your own system out of this. It's going to help lead you in the right direction and put you in the best trades, man. The toughest part about trading is the exit. It's not the entry, it's the exit, man. And this will really help lead you in the right direction for that entry. And part of trading is taking accountability and trading for yourself and not blindly following other people, man. So in terms of being in this group as well, you can have some accountability as well in terms of the exit as well and apply that, to your overall self and system, right? So I'm telling you, if you want the best zero-day options trading alerts, we've got them. And if you want the best community who's surrounded by it, we've got it. There's many multimillionaires inside of Team Roar. We have a very strong, loyal community. We have hundreds of members who've been with us for 2 years. We have many, many members. And like I said, man, it's just consistent fucking printing and unlimited fucking winning. There's days on here, and today was one of them, where realistically speaking, you could have turned hundreds of dollars into thousands of dollars. You could have turned thousands of dollars into tens of thousands of dollars. I mean, with the game plan I gave you with puts, you could have easily made a couple $100 if not $1,000. So losing and going red is a personal fucking choice. We give you the options. We give you the opportunities. At the end of the day, we're doing what's best for you, for our group, for our team as a whole. And like I said, you're just not going to be able to find anything else out there like this. It simply does not exist. There is nothing out there like this where we have a system where we have this many trades, this many wins, this many fucking green days, right? If there's ever a red day, well, remember the day where you could have made multiple thousand percent profit returns in a single fucking day. What red day? Oh, there was a red day? Oh, well, do you remember that day where we made a couple $1,000 on those fucking trades? Risk management 101, risk reward, strongest foundation, win rate doesn't fucking matter. It's like, dude, at the end of the day, when it comes to trade alerts, this is the toughest business to be in. Do you understand? People who give trade alerts, they go out of fucking business. They get a lot of fucking hate. They get a lot of fucking negativity. They attract a lot of fucking toxicity. With us, it's the complete fucking opposite. This is the strongest fucking community, and it's not just trade alerts. Part of that is because we have a system. We actually have a system, and we're very open to people on how they can use and apply their fucking system, man, to not just blindly follow what it is that we're doing. At the end of the day, you have to take accountability for yourself and use this to your fucking advantage. There's many ways and many advantages that you can have to a real-time zero-day options trade alert system instead of just trying to blindly follow something without thinking or having any thought for yourself. That's not what trading is. You join a trading community, you join a trading group, you apply yourself to it into your own experience and see if there's something here. Is there some sort of connection here? Is there some sort of connection here where I'm learning and gaining from this person? I'm seeing something. Is there some sort of system that I can create of this? How can I benefit from this, man? But you have to apply yourself. You can't just blindly follow things, man. At the end of the day, we're giving the best fucking trade alerts, and we have the best fucking trade alert system. This isn't a buy and sell fucking alerts. This is the most strategic fucking system on the fucking planet that you're ever gonna fucking see. So if you want to make some fucking money and you want to fucking learn how to fucking trade and gain experience trading alongside our zero-day options trade alert community and trade alongside multi-fucking millionaires, man, like this is what it looks like, man. I'm showing you. People want to say who runs the market? What does it look like? Well, who runs the market? Who's the fucking best? I'm showing you. This is what it fucking looks like. This is the fucking best. You let me know. You let me know. If someone out there is doing this, you let me know. You let me know in the comments. If someone out there is fucking doing this, we'll wire fucking $20,000 into your fucking account, man. Nobody's fucking doing this. This amount of winning, this amount of fucking consistency does not fucking exist outside of us. Do you understand? We're the fucking best. We're the greatest to ever fucking do this. So if you want to come see for yourself and trade alongside us and learn and be around a positive fucking community, it's the first link down below in the description, man. Like I said, we have people who come a long way. There's people who've been in here. They've consistently lost money, some of them, for a very long time, and they stuck with it, and now they're consistently making money. And once you figure out how to consistently make money, it's like a straight fucking line up, and you go straight to the fucking top, man, once you figure this shit out. That's trading, man. People lose money for fucking months, for fucking years. They give up, they quit. By all means, if it's not for you, then quit, give up. But there's people in here who see it through and they figure out the format and they figure out a way where it works for them and they get results, man. And DF has been getting some insane results. His portfolio is up over 400% this fucking year, man. It's fucking insane. And I'm telling you, it didn't start that way. And that's what you need to understand about trading, man. When you, especially when you join a group like ours, it's not just high success off the fucking bat, but at the end of the day, we are the absolute best at what we fucking do. Our format works for fucking people. There are many multimillionaires in here. At the end of the day, we fucking run the market, man. Nobody's fucking doing it like us. Look at all the fucking strikes, all the fucking wins. Nobody is on this fucking level of fucking trading. This is what the fucking top looks like. I'm trying to show you what the top looks like. I'm trying to show you and bring you into the light. If you're serious about making money and you want to learn and grow and trade alongside with us, it is the first link down below within the description.